Good afternoon, everyone, or should I say good night, because you know it looks pitch black outside. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the TV show called Wheel of Time. So let's just jump straight into it, because I don't want this video to be too long. And I haven't read the book, so please don't be a-holes if I get certain facets wrong. Don't be a-holes. I haven't read the books, okay? So pretty much just shows centers around a witch named Moran, if I pronounced her name right. If I pronounced her name right. If I didn't, 0 F's are given if I didn't. She pretty much comes to a village in the Two Rivers because she has suspicion that 5 teenagers could be this mythical, magical, legendary Super Saiyan type character that's mentioned throughout this entire show called the Dragon Reborn. And there are four guys and one girl. I had to write their names down, so let me there's man, I still don't know how to pronounce these people's names. Okay, there's Rand Althor. He's a he's the what's the how should I put it? He's the he might be the second best simp on the show, because first simp goes to land, Moran's water as they call him, but I just call him simp, because you can't tell me that man wasn't a simp through this whole show. But I ain't gonna lie, when he came down for action, my man was all about having people run them fades now, so I ain't gonna lie. You got Matt, drug addict. That's what I call him anyway. He's a fiend of the epic proportions, and he got a taste of dope the likes he never tasted, and he just couldn't get enough throughout this whole show. You think this man is, you think this man escaped from rehab, and he's just desperate for the next hit. If as you watching him, you have Nevia. I know that ain't how you pronounce it, but the dark skinned woman that that can heal people. That, like they say, one of the greatest healers of that I've seen in I think 1,000 years. What is it? You got Perrin, the guy who I guess is a werewolf or something. I guess the man can control wolves, but no explanation was given. Uh, Ignia, Egnia, man, however you pronounce that girl name. People got crazy names on this show. Anyway, she comes to the village, and she's just shooting shit, talking to everybody, doing her thing. Her and her simp, I mean her water, just going around, looking around, seeing if they can get a read on who it is. But that's when these Garlic Jr. looking things show up, looking like they from the dead zone, and they just start wreaking havoc in the village. I mean zero mentions was given about right or wrong. They just came straight through wrecking shop, tearing people's hind pots through the frame. And I mean land, aka simp, aka water. Cuz was about the action. I was thinking, man, this man ain't about to make no noise. Bro was out there putting in all the work, while his mother, wife, girlfriend, shoot, I don't know what you call it. She was out there putting in work too, casting spells. But from the looks of it, I see how they do magic on this show. You need somebody to watch you while you doing magic, or somebody can take the top of your head off. But they was putting in work. But boy, too many of them things. But them things was out there putting in giving everybody all the smoke they can handle. Rand went back to his daddy. No, Rand was in the mountains with his daddy, tending to the sheep. Edwin, if I pronounced that girl name right, she was bearing witness to the horrors of horrors. I think she was with how you pronounce that? Nevia, the black girl that can heal. Both of them was witnessing people getting blowed away, the likes they never seen in their entire life. Perrin, Cuz wasn't about to go out like a super sucker now, so he put hands to where hands belong. But he ended up killing this girl, and that's pretty much the highlight of him in the entire rest of the show. So spoiler alert, it don't get no better than that. But pretty much they finished wrecking shop at the village. I'm rambling, so let me just head on with the plot. They pretty much wreck shop. They pretty much wreck shop in the village. That's when Moran comes and tells them, one of you five could be the chosen one, so I need you to come with me. Those things are going to come back because they're drawn to you because they think one of you could be the dragon reborn, and the dark one really wants you. So pretty much they leave with her, which is pretty suspicious because I would have been like, what, bruh? What you mean? Oh, are you tripping? But they end up leaving with her, and Rand is the only one asking questions, and uh, Edwin is being a total a-hole towards him. She is like, I would have, man, she risked her life to come to. Man, for all we know, she could have brought this destruction upon us just to lure us up out of here. But, Rand's a big simp in this show. I ain't gonna lie. He's a big simp. I don't know what you want me to say, but Cuz got Cuz got some things to work out in life. Cause he was simping hard over this one girl when she didn't even want him. Let's be real. Let's keep it a buck. But they ended up moving on, and Moran ends up, she got hurt back during the fight, and so they pretty much for a couple episodes of just trying to travel through, getting her to her fellow Dionysus, if I pronounced that right, to heal her. But yeah, that it's a couple filler episodes. I'm not gonna lie, but they end up in this place. I forget what it's called, but apparently, Shikamaru and the Nara clan are out there at some point unleashing the Shadow Stitching Jutsu. And pretty much that's the same place Matt got his first fix, and he was fiending ever since throughout the entire series. But they ended up escaping that place, and yada yada yada, because the plot's pretty simple. Yada yada yada, it's pretty much they traveling, meeting new people, learning new things about themselves. Rand learned he's a bitch ass nigga. I mean, Perrin learns he's having a nervous breakdown from killing his wife. Edwin learns she is a total bitch. What's the other guy's name? Matt's a crackhead. And the dark skinned girl that's a healer learns that she can heal on an unprecedented level, likes I've never seen in 1,000 years. But they end up making it to the city where the White Tower is. That's where all the Dionysus live, and where they get their instructions and so forth. Pretty much, they end up going there, and that's when we learn that Moran is secretly sucking dry Suan, if I pronounced that right, the current leader of the Dionysus, and they're having they're having mass wink wink moments in the nighttime. But then they orchestrate this whole thing to get them banished so she can take the kids to continue to stop the Dark One. And so they pretty much leave, go on, plot continues, and that's when they go to this place. I forget what it's called. But it was pretty much like where the last stand was going to be drawn. And that's when Moran takes the kids to go see a seer, and then she inquires which one of them could it be, which one is the dragon reborn. No answer, no definitive answer was given. So they continue. That's when everyone in the city learns that an army of Garlic Jr. soldiers are outside ready to put hands on people. And so that's when they're suiting up, booted for war, and Rand, Althor, and Moran sneak off and leave everybody because we didn't want to put them in danger. Because whoever goes with the Dragon Reborn, they won't make it back per the prophecy. So they end up going into Garlic Jr.'s lair, the Dead Zone, and what the show put up as the most hyped up moment. Like, it was gonna be what moment? If anybody has ever seen the Shannara Chronicles, because this show is kind of similar to the Shannara Chronicles. Like, I mean, it was kind of like they hyped this fight up between the Dragon Reborn and and who turns out to be Rand. I forgot to mention that part. Rand is the Dragon Reborn, and they hyped this fight up, bro. There wasn't even a fight. It was literally just niggas struggling in their mind. And the whole time, that's the whole reason I finished watching the show, even when they started the foolishness, because, bro, let me just wrap this plot up so I can start talking about this other stuff. Man, they pretty much, Rand and Moran go to fight the Dark One. They leave everyone behind. The war starts, yada, 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 things go on, things happen. They start off looking valiant, then they started to getting their back of their head snatched off by Garlic Jr.'s army, and per plot, something had to happen. They see the one of the crackheads that used to come to the village, and he turns out to be a secret agent for the Dark One. They stole some type of box that's supposed to summon Shinron or something. I was disappointed in this show, like the last 2 episodes. I was very disappointed. But Rand ends up sealing the Dark One away again after not even a struggle, not even a fight. It was a mind battle. He hit him with the mind touch from Justice League. But man, I was disappointed in this show. Show started off hot and it just went cold real fast. But now let's talk about some of the shenanigans in this show. First of all, as soon as the show starts, you start to see what type of world is going on here. It's a world where it's a matriarchy, not a patriarchy. I mean, women are in charge. Women are revered like gods in this world, especially the witches. That this woman named Lauren, Leandrin, however you pronounce that, the white witch's name that wears the red, bruh. She is the most unlikable character on the show, but at the same time, you like her at the same time, because it's like she's bringing all the drama to the show pretty much. Cause the show gets kind of bland after a while. But yeah, she brings all the drama after a while, and she is like a snake. She can't be trusted. But yeah, it's like feminism on steroids in this show. I mean, female witches are running around hunting down males, taking away their magic, which on this show is like a fate worse than death, where you got people saying, "Please just kill me now. I can't survive. I've channeled crack and I can't continue." And man, it is like, what the hell is going on in this show? And it's like, bro, you got so many strong female characters in this show, and they got these men called Waters, aka simps. I mean, doing anything for these women. And you think these men were fucking these women. They are not. Majority of them are not. They are literally just blowing smoke up their behinds. Sorry about all the profanity. Let me dial back the profanity. Kids might be watching this. Wink, wink. But the show was wild. The politics in this show were kind of crazy. I was like, they never even explained why men go crazy from channeling magic. I'm like, what the? Some of the show's plot points are pretty crazy. Like okay. How did the Dark One seal weaken if every generation the Dragon Reborn comes back and slaps them upside the head? Like for instance, why didn't Moran just tell people what was going on and get people together to help her rather than keeping things secret? Why was Matt used as a scapegoat for season 2 to be the villain when he's just a crackhead? I don't know. I don't want to know. Why was why was the guy from Perrin the crackhead that used to come to the village to get stuff from Matt after he steals it from people. I mean, why does it seem like this man all of a sudden turned into John Wick? John Wick all of a sudden, and he putting in work on people. I mean, bro, I don't know. This show has a lot of explaining to do. But the worst part was, wait a minute. You hyped up this fight so hard between the Dark One and the Dragon Reborn just to have some like mind struggle happen in the mind. Now I know this is a TV show and it's not a movie, so you know you can't expect for the CGI or the budget to be like $200 million or something like that to like really put the extravagant effects or anything on that. But I think this show could have been a lot better. I think they could have. I think they should have saved the Dark One fight for a couple seasons down the road, because now they're into the same, kind of like the same problems that Shannara Chronicles ended up having, because after they beat the final boss, it was kind of like, what are we still fighting? And especially after they killed off the warlock, I forgot his name, dude from Spartacus was playing him. After they killed him off, it was kind of like, we don't really have anything left to talk about in the show. And then, once they killed off one of the main characters in the first season, so the show kind of like really went under pretty much. But I'm not expecting for this show to be on TV long, especially if they continue shenanigans like this. But that was just my take on the show. I didn't really like it towards the end. And aside from the feminism on steroids and the strong, like the 73,000 strong women in the show, and because it seemed like men were being labeled as buffoons and weaker than women, and just like, why do you even exist? That seems like the attitude. Like when women were talking down to men, the likes I'd never seen. Like old bruh named, I forgot about an old dude named Logan. I mean, that man was like, I forget dude name from Shadowhunters. He was like the final boss from Shadowhunters. Bro was wreaking all type of havoc. It took 3 women just to hold this man down. And even then, I believe this man was just playing around, letting them think they was doing something. This man was transforming into a Super Saiyan this entire time, and all of a sudden he just burst out. But that was just my thoughts. Anyway, you have a good one, and man, I know I rambled a lot in this video, so forgive me for that. But if you like the video, drop a like and subscribe. I'm trying to get better at talking and getting more to the point, though. But y'all have a good one.